Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today Rockstar has announced some big information on the newswire. They have announced Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, which I'm really excited for. And I made a video talking about this 2 months ago, and in that video I said I wouldn't talk about this anymore until there was some actual information, which there is actual information. And unfortunately what's happened is a lot of people have been spamming my channel today. Like, my channel has gotten a lot of spam, especially on that older video, of people spamming, basically saying, oh, you were wrong, Professional, you didn't know what you were talking about, you're stupid, things just generally like that. So let's play a clip from my video 2 months ago to see exactly what I said, because a lot of the people that are spamming me didn't even watch the full video on what I said 2 months ago. Here's that important part of the clip. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about this GTA Trilogy stuff anymore until Rockstar releases some information. When Rockstar releases a trailer or gives us some more information, and it's actually credible from Rockstar themselves, then I'll talk about it. But until then, I'm not going to be talking about this stuff. So like I said, I could be totally wrong on this. I could be wrong. Rockstar could release a remake for these 3 games. Maybe they've been developing it for years in secret. I don't know. Maybe that's it. We don't know. But like I said, from my personal perspective, I don't see a lot of evidence here for 3 remakes of those games. So as you guys heard right there, I basically said near the end of the video, I said that I could be totally wrong on this, which I was. I said that I could be totally wrong on this and that we could get 3 full remakes. However, though, what I said was that I was skeptical. I was skeptical that this stuff was real. And you can't really blame me. The reason is the reason I was so skeptical is because 2 months ago, we didn't really have any kind of information. What we basically had 2 months ago was we had some Kotaku saying, oh, we have sources that tell us that Rockstar is developing 3 GTA remakes. That's basically what we had 2 months ago. And the second that I hear Kotaku saying we have sources at Rockstar, I became very suspicious. And the reason that I became very suspicious of that is because how many times have we heard this GTA 6 garbage? We've heard this nonsense, this clickbait for years. And I'm not even attacking the GTA 6 as a whole. I want a GTA 6 game. What I'm saying by GTA 6 garbage is I'm saying that every few months, there's a new GTA 6 clickbait leak. Every few months, it's just some kind of stupid leak. It's saying, Rockstar Insider says this, Rockstar Insider says that. And there's a lot of stupid YouTubers out there that constantly put out false information, spreading it around just for views on GTA 6. So that's the whole reason that I was skeptical on the whole GTA Trilogy rumors. I will concede, I was wrong. There is, it's coming out. It's going to be, it looks like it's going to be a remake with old graphics, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit how I think that's going to work. But basically, I just wanted to cover that point because the people that are spamming me, oh, you were a stupid Professional, you didn't know what you were talking about, they didn't watch my 18-minute video that I made 2 months ago on that. And I said I'm not going to make a video on this until there's some actual information. If you watch my channel, you know that I'm very skeptical of rumors. I don't buy into rumors at all. When any kind of rumor is out there, I almost never cover it. The only time I'll actually cover stuff related to Rockstar is when we have actual information. That's why I don't do the GTA 6 videos, because there's no credible leak for it. So, the people that are spamming me, saying that, you were wrong, you didn't know what you were talking about. Ironically, I actually made that video 2 months ago because people were actually spamming me also, saying, give your opinion on the Trilogy remake, which I gave my opinion 2 months ago. So that's what I gave my opinion on. So the problem is, the people don't watch the full video, they only watch the first 5 minutes, and then they basically try to put words in my mouth when I said that I could be totally wrong. But anyways, let's move on from that point. I don't want to, take up any more time on that, just responding to the spam that I was getting. But anyways, so here, this is the newswire, and we have this, so here's the newswire. We have Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition. Okay, and let's read on this right now. Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition. Let's probably zoom in a little too. More coming soon, plus details on upcoming special events and updates in GTA Online. Later this month marks a very special anniversary for Rockstar Games. 20 years since the original release of Grand Theft Auto 3. That's true. October 22nd, 2021 will be 20 years since Grand Theft Auto 3 came out. The game that set players loose in the sprawling three-dimensional metropolis of Liberty City, with a new and unprecedented sense of freedom and immersion. In addition to carving a new path for the open-world genre, Grand Theft Auto 3 established Grand Theft Auto as a cultural phenomenon, alongside its 2 subsequent and equally legendary entries in the series, Grand Theft Auto Vice City and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So I'm really happy about this, that they're also remaking, Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City, because Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was their more successful one, but they haven't forgotten the other 2 also. We'd like to extend a heartfelt thank you to all Grand Theft Auto fans who have supported the games over the past 2 decades. Your love and appreciation for these games has helped push the Grand Theft Auto series forward with every iteration. the definitive edition. So here we go. We already have remastered art. This art is actually remastered of the, I can tell it looks a little bit better than the original art of the classic GTAs. This is Vice City, this is GTA 3, and this is San Andreas here. In honor of the upcoming anniversary, today we are excited to announce that all 3 games will be coming to the current generation platforms later this year. In Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the definitive edition for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and the Rockstar Games launcher on PC. Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the definitive edition, will feature across-the-board upgrades, including graphical improvements and modern gameplay enhancements for all 3 titles, while still maintaining the classic look and feel of the originals. We're extremely excited to share more about these groundbreaking titles in the coming weeks. Stay tuned. So now, what do they mean exactly by this here? While still maintaining the classic look and feel of the originals. Now, what I think this is going to mean is I think this is going to be basically like a combination of old and new graphics. And the best example that I can probably think of is a channel called Welcome to the 80s, which I'll have a small clip of it right now. This is not gameplay of the Vice City remake. I'm just letting you guys know. But this is basically a channel that that makes like really cool videos on 80s stuff. And they did a whole Vice City remake trailer. They did a whole Vice City remake cutscene. So the intro cutscene to Vice City, they did a whole remake on that, and they did a remake on the ending also. So they did some really cool work. So I subscribe to this channel, Welcome to the 80s. They're a really cool channel. They did make some great Vice City videos and other videos as well. But anyways, as you can see from the remastered videos that they made, it's kind of a combination of old and new graphics. So you can see it's kind of has that old style to it, but it's also new. So that's my best guess on what I think the original is going to look like. Again, this is not the gameplay of Vice City Remake. This is from Welcome to the 80s channel, but this is what I think it's going to look like. So check out that channel. It's really great, and I'll also link their channel down below. That's what I think the remakes are going to look like. They're going to look like that. That's at least my best opinion. It's going to be like a combination of old and new graphics. Because if this is just a simple HD release, people are going to be outraged about that. To prepare for a launch, we will begin removing existing versions of the classic titles from digital retailers next week. For more information, please visit Rockstar Games Support. In addition, Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the definitive edition, will be coming to iOS and Android in the first half of 2022. So that tells you right there 2 things. The first thing is that the original versions are going to be removed, the existing versions, from digital retailers next week. So I suggest that you go and pick up GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas right now as digital releases, just so you can keep that for the old nostalgia purposes. I mean, at least that's what I would do. I've already had them for years, but if I didn't have them, I'd buy them right now just so I can keep the original old nostalgia look. I don't know why they're deleting the old versions. The old versions are no longer going to be available on the PlayStation and Xbox store and also on Steam. I'm guessing probably because they don't want people to get confused and buy the old ones, and they want people to play the new remake. But I would still buy the old ones just to keep them from nostalgia purposes. But now here, in addition, Grand Theft Auto the Trilogy, the definitive edition, will be coming to iOS and Android in the first half of 2022. Okay, now this is for the mobile version. This is not the console version. The console version is coming out this year. The mobile version is coming out in the first half of 2022. And the fact that it's getting a mobile version tells me that this is not going to be a high-demanding game. If an iPhone and an Android phone can actually run these games, it's going to tell me that these are not high-demanding games. So, I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. It's going to be able to run on iOS and Android, but, the question is, how good are the graphical enhancements going to be exactly? How much better are they going to look? That's what I'm curious about. Plus, as part of the 20th anniversary celebration for GTA 3, look for a cavalcade of special gear to collect in Grand Theft Auto Online throughout the upcoming events this fall, including commemorative clothing and liveries. We'll have more details on how to acquire these in the weeks ahead as part of our ongoing events in GTA Online. This month's GTA Online events will also have some special surprises, including the upcoming possibility of some unusual activity occurring in and around southern San Andreas. We are continuing to improve and evolve GTA Online. As you may have noticed, we recently began cycling adversary modes and player jobs in and out of the game. So they're starting to they began cycling select adversary modes and player jobs out of the game, so they're removing some modes. GTA Online offers a hugely diverse array of gameplay, hosting over 1,000 Rockstar-created jobs and tens of millions of more player-created jobs since launch. So I'm beginning to cycle the Rockstar-created jobs in and out of the game over time. Not only will we be freeing up space for new missions and modes in the future, but we will also be improving the game's matchmaking by focusing on the community on a more streamlined list of jobs from week to week. Might be a good thing, maybe, because when you search for adversary modes, you can almost never find a match now, because barely anyone plays it. This will also allow us to bring back jobs at various times for special or seasonal events and help reduce some of the lesser-liked jobs, as well as helping surface some of our slept-on classics or the community's quirkier favorites, alongside special bonuses like this past week's return of offensive defense, sumo, and more. We are also, this is important here, we are also looking at ways to improve the GTA Online experience for new and returning players in the upcoming release of GTA Online for the PS5 and Xbox Series X next March. Stay tuned to the Rockstar Newswire for details on this and more information about the expanded and enhanced releases of GTA 5 and GTA Online in months to come. And later this year, get ready to go on an exciting new adventure in GTA Online, as well as some well-known contacts and their familiar friends need your help in expanding their legit business, with many more surprises to be revealed soon. So basically, Rockstar has announced the next update. The next update for GTA Online is coming out in December, and even from this paragraph, we already know it's going to be a new business. It's some people that we already know, contacts that we already know, but we're getting a new business in GTA Online. So it's not going to be a heist this year. It's going to be a new business. But at the same time, when I'm reading this final paragraph here, this has me a bit excited. But I'm also a little angry at the same time too. And the reason that I'm a bit angry is because once again, it has happened again. And what is that? What are you talking about, professional? There has not been one word on Red Dead Online in this entire article. Not one word at all. And look, I know what people are going to say. It's professional. It's a GTA Trilogy remake, article. I get that and all. I understand. But at the same time they're saying here, GTA Online update later this year. Nothing for Red Dead Online. Zero. They could have easily put in an extra paragraph in here and said, also, we have a really cool update coming out for you guys in Red Dead Online this December. Nothing of that sort. This is exactly what Red Dead players have been talking about, that they feel neglected, because it's all GTA Online this, GTA Online that, GTA Online this, and barely any Red Dead content. The last few Red Dead updates have just sucked. They've been terrible. They've been small, and not only have they been small, they've been bad. Even the content that we've had, as small as it is, was bad content. It was just not fun content. It was terrible content. And Rockstar acts like Red Dead Online is this massive success while completely neglecting the game. So it's just not fair to Red Dead players. We should get also an update on Red Dead Online. I know I'm asking for much GTA Online and, Trilogy, but, what they could have done is they could have just, made a smaller GTA Online update this year and given a larger update to Red Dead Online. That would have been more fair to the Red Dead community, but unfortunately, it doesn't appear to be the case here. And lastly here, I wanted to do a reaction to the trailer, because there's also a trailer for it. It's 25 seconds long. But if I don't have this trailer up, guys, it means I got copyrighted. So that's the reason it might not be up. Let's see. Here. This is the GTA 3 theme. So that's GTA 3. That's Vice City. This is San Andreas. That's it. Coming soon. So I love that, I love that whole, GTA 3 theme song. It has that classic New York feel to it. So I just love it. But I love this, these remakes, and, and like I said in my video 2 months ago, I would love a GTA, the classic GTA remakes. I was just skeptical, like I said, because of just all the stupid GTA 6 clickbait that goes around. So I was skeptical of more rumors, but, in the last few weeks, we've gotten some more information, especially, when, there have been, gaming boards that have, rated these games. We've had trophies and achievements, pictures that have come out. So there's been more evidence in the last few weeks. But like I said, 2 months ago, there wasn't really that much information. But I'm excited for these. I'm the most excited for Vice City, personally. People are going to ask me probably in the comments, what game are you the most excited for? Vice City. I'm the most excited for that one because I've wanted to see a Vice City remake. I wanted to, go back to Vice City in an actual remake. So really excited to see what the Vice City remake looks like. But curious is also, are they going to change the mechanics in some of the missions? Because there's some really bad missions in the old GTA games, like, the supply lines in San Andreas, a little dodo plane mission, the little RC dodo plane mission, the GTA 3, they had Sam, which was a really, bad mission. They had in Vice City Demolition Man. They had Copland, which was a nightmare of Lance, trying to get him back to the mansion. So there were some bad missions in the old GTA games. So I'm curious whether they are going to, whether they're going to change up those missions as well. So that's pretty much it for this video here, guys. That's giving my thoughts on it. I'm excited for it, and people are going to ask one final question probably here. Are you going to do a playthrough of the remakes? Definitely. I know I did playthrough of the old GTA games, but I'll definitely do a playthrough of the remakes. Hey, whenever I get to play the classic GTA games again, I'll do it because I love these games so much. And that means that I have a lot of lore videos also planned. On GTA 3, I had some lore videos planned, and I had some lore videos planned on Vice City. I think I covered most of the lore in San Andreas, but I probably could think of something else to do in San Andreas. But I had a bunch of lore videos planned for these games, but it's actually good that I probably was delayed a little bit because I had work on other projects, and so because of that, I wasn't able to make the lore videos on Vice City and GTA 3. And because of that, it'll actually be perfect to make the lore videos on these new games, or I should say old new games. And so because it's going to attract a lot of new people to the series, and so, lore videos are definitely going to help with explaining the story to a lot of people that were confused on certain parts of the game, why certain characters did certain things. So thank you guys again for watching. I'll definitely play this when it comes out. I'm excited. Question is, what's the price going to be? Because it looks like it's all going to be one game together. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone.